this is Miniminters and Randolph's podcast that they have together. But he was saying like Vic said no to go on the podcast, so I kind of want to listen to what it is.
Yeah. We didn't ask you for a long time out of fear of rejection.
Yeah.
Out of fear of rejection?
I said it to him at the Arsenal game.
We didn't ask anyone for ages.
Yeah.
This makes sense. How many episodes are these guys on the What's Good podcast? Is it episode
Yo,
numbers?
what's up, guys?
136 episodes. That's a lot of fucking episodes. My biggest fear with a podcast, right, is when you rely on other people as guests, it's not having someone lined up to be able to, like, be ready to record with or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's probably my biggest reason is, like, why I wouldn't have one. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I was like, oh, get that on, like, I feel like that would be the most annoying thing. But that's the thing. It would be nice to have a podcast with like regular people where you could talk about whatever and wherever. And I do feel like I'd have to go through a few iterations of podcasts because like someone like I'm Alex, if you know of him, he's made like 95 podcasts, I believe, in his lifetime. But it's been like good for him to get to a point where he knows like what kind of content or like who he wants to speak to or how he does it. So it's not. It's kind of cool. X manages to do it. I feel like it's a lot easier in America. Yeah, he has, but he has loads of people coming in, coming out, sort of thing. So it would be difficult for me to do podcasts. And if I was to do a podcast, I'd want the people to be in the UK. But where I live in England, there's like, it's not really easy for me to be like, hey, any of the Sidemen guys come up and jump on the podcast or anything like that. Because like, yeah, you got the Sidemen in London. You've got other YouTubers scattered around the UK. But like, most people don't want to travel 20 minutes, let alone 2 hours to get to you to go on a podcast. You know what I mean? It's just not worth it for their time. So, because
our worst thought is someone saying no or saying yes because they feel like they have to.
Yeah. No, because well, I said to Josh on the way home from Sidecast earlier. I was like, yeah, I'm your mate, bro. I was just like, this is me. It's like I'm not just another YouTuber where you go, oh, do you want to come on the podcast? No, like I am just your mate, by the way.
Yeah. I know, but the way, so we were always thinking like, obviously Harry expressed over the last few years like he doesn't like podcasts.
No, he's not a poddy man.
Yeah. So everyone's always like, oh, ask Harry, ask all the Sidemen. And I was like, I'm not going to ask Harry because he'll probably feel too awkward to say no. And then he'll do it and hate it. So I was like, I won't ask. Yeah. And then we finally got out of our comfort zone and asked
Vic.
We asked Vic.
Yeah.
And he went, I'm all podcasted out.
fucking Vic.
I mean, I don't know what that means.
That's very funny. That's very funny. When he's done, how many podcasts has Vic done in his life? Sidecast, he's done Hex podcast.
It's on the fellas.
Oh, did he Hex?
So how many podcasts has he done?
2.
Vic, well, I'm not trying to hear it. I would rather just no.
I was gonna say, like, surely, right? If I was Vic and they said like, I don't work, they'd be like, yeah, I'm not in the minimum, but yeah, I'd do it eventually. You know what I mean? Like, if my friend had a podcast, I'm pretty sure I would support it.
Well, it's
just. By the way, I'm saying this right now. I wanted to tweet Simon this, but like, I don't think he uses Twitter. Simon should never shave. He looks so much better, so much older, so much maturer with the facial hair. If this motherfucker shaves it off, he is an idiot. Like, hey, listen, I'm not trying to hit on him right now, but he went from being like a 4 to like an 8. No offense, and I ain't trying to fuck him. But I'm saying this right now. He looks so much better with him. I can't remember, I think I told him his stream, so I was like, you look so much better with that. Like, it's crazy. What the fuck? Where's my screen gone? Like, if I shave my like beard and mustache, I look like a 12-year-old. Like, you guys have seen it. But like, legit, he looks so much better. Talia must look at him, because like in my relationships I've had, where I like shave off, the girls are just like, they're like, you're like, look fucking 10, this is weird. Or if anything, like I've always had a bald head at the same time, and then no facial hair, I look like a fucking thumb, and then they're like, you look like you're sick, like actually medically sick. Do you know what I mean? So then as soon as it grow back, they're like, never cut that off again. So yeah, I look like a fucking egg. Bald to cut. But yeah, he looks really good. Anyway, enough of me trying to fuck Simon.
Because it was the episode
poddied out, bro.
It was episode 1, 2, 3 as well.
Vikkstar.
So we were like, we have to get him on it.
He's proper let you down there then.
I mean, we still used him as a clickbait. And
yeah, that's great.
Get Vic on the podcast.
No, also type in what's good and just put Vic without Vikkstar at the end, because we did a podcast once, 2Ks, but it's fine. There. What's wrong with Vic? Sorry, you're right. Go back one. Sorry, Nick. Look there. What's wrong with Vic? The podcast is called What's Good, and everyone thought that he was on that episode because it's like, oh, what's wrong with Vic?
Smart.
It wasn't intentional, but it actually banged. But yeah, we thought it was episode 1, 2, 3, so we thought, you know what?
Yeah.
Wait, Vikkstar turned down episode 1, 2, 3? I said no. I'm all podcasted out. F in the chat, boys. F in the chat. Nah. I'm not actually having to go at Vic, but come on, he let his boy down there. These guys went 122 podcasts without asking him, and then on the 123rd podcast, they said, Vikkstar123, do you want in on this? And they said no.
Let's put the boat out and ask Vic. Because that's a chance you don't get back now. Yeah.
Exactly.
You can never do it again.
Unless it's just not posted until he was ready.
or you instead of an invoice. Or you just say you like 146 or whatever. Just fucking just upload one that says 123 or something.
Yeah. 169.
As
if.
if.
Cool number. Yeah, just troll it.
Yeah.
Damn, I actually can't believe that. I honestly... I get it. Like, don't be wrong. Like, if Vic don't want to do a podcast, you don't have to fucking do it. Do you know what I mean? There's no gun to his head to try and do it. But, like, yeah, he didn't.